My mic is on.
Oh. You haven't pressed your button. I'm trying to turn on your mic. It's not. Go ahead, Mr. Clark.
Thank you very much. I'm still waiting on the answer that I asked. And I noticed that members who aren't willing to learn continue to ask questions over the question that I asked.
So you repeat your question, because I'm sure Mr. Miller thought he had responded.
Mr. Miller went on to give an update. And because of him giving the update, members choose to ask questions of him. And so it would have fell by the wayside. Mr. Martin, sir.
Yes, Member Clark.
Contributors would have been approved of the grant. How long from the time that they have been approved that they can see something in an account for them to get the work done?
Once your application is approved by the branch manager, it's a very simple process. It goes to the branch manager, it's approved, sent off by electronic means. In 3 working days, you ought to be paid. Now, where you have a challenge is that there are different definitions for approval, because a contributor may, for whatever reason, drop off various documentation and believe that everything is okay. And when we... Great. You are looking at 72 hours. 3
working days. Ms. Burchell?
No, Ms. Burchell was me.
Ms. Burchell?
Thank you. Right. So, PS, I wanted to know.
I wanted to complete with him.
Okay, you can.
Oh, you wanted a follow-up,
Yeah.
Mr. Warmington?
Yeah, Mr. Miller mentioned the issue that only contributors can apply for assistance for reconstruction and development as such, the hurricane damage. You're saying only contributors?
Or their immediate families?
Contributors or the immediate. Then I'm curious then. The church is not a contributor. So on what basis, how would you assess their application for loans and understand they're supposed to apply to housing trust for loans? And if they are not contributors, how do you assess them and approve such application when you are telling us now that only contributors can apply? In what category? How do you assess that? And they're not contributors?
Mr. Chairman, for many years now, we have operated what we refer to as an institutional loan.
No. Mr. Miller, watch me. I'm not asking about what happens over the years. I ask a simple question in a relationship. If the churches are not contributors and housing trust was established to assist contributors, and you are saying only contributors are qualified to apply, I'm not interested in institutional loans that have been done over the years. I'm asking, how do you provide for them? They are not contributors when you just say contributors provided for.
To this ministry.
I am not aware, Mr. Chairman, of the specific case that the member is referring to. What we have in place is a facility that will allow, so you have churches that are a member of a larger umbrella. So, for example, take the Baptists. So the Baptists could apply for a loan, provide us with the necessary security. As we all know, they own a lot of land. We have found in the past.
No, I'm not clear. Is that for residential development you're talking about, where they're acting as developers? Or it's for the church's own facilities? I think Mr. Warmington wants to know.
Yes.
In what capacity is the church benefiting if they are not a contributor and NHT was set up to serve contributors?
It is not correct to say the church is not a contributor.
No. Just a minute. Point of order. Correction. Can you provide evidence in this to this meeting that churches have been contributing to housing trust? How church going to contribute to housing trust? My brother, hold on. Mr. Miller. How can the church contribute? The church has never contributed a dime. What social security TRN they use?
Mr. Chairman.
No, what TRN they use to make that contribution? They don't.
Mr. Chairman.
Period. No, they don't. Please, Mr. Miller. The issue, you said that you don't know what specific I'm talking about. An announcement was just made last week. The provisions are made for them to get concessional loan from you. And their contributors who have applied to housing trusts cannot get loans because they don't have enough points. They don't have enough points, so they can't get it. So how do you find the points for the church? How do you arrive at that? I don't want you about institution and, umbrella church or Baptist or what have you. I don't, because I'm saying the church can apply for loans based on their financial status, because the last report showed that the churches have more than $2 billion in account. And they have vast acreage of land. They can apply against that. And don't dip into what you have that is there for contributors. You have one church in Spanish Town, the Philippa Baptist Church. The last financial report showed they have more than $70 million in their account. One single Baptist church in Spanish Town, Philippa Baptist Church. So what I'm saying, you have poor contributors applying to you, they can't get it, but then the church just walk in over the head and get it. I'm saying that what needs to be done now, your board needs to change the rule that every contributor should be able to walk through the doors of housing trust to apply for a loan without any assessment of qualification if the church can do it without being qualified, based on the record that you now have. So the point system must be eliminated now to justify what you're doing.
Mr. Chairman, can I respond?
Yes, you can respond.
If we were to look at the facilities that are in place to treat with this initiative as it relates to medical recovery, one of the first things that was made clear is that there are certain contribution requirements that would be relaxed for the individual. So, for example, one requirement is that your contribution ought to be current. It was made clear. And it was approved.
Your contribution ought to be?
Current. Meaning,
current,
yes.
Okay.
It was made clear that that would be relaxed. So then we get back to the whole issue. Once you're a NHT contributor, you are qualified for a loan. The issue that we tend to miss is the amount of loan that you are qualified for. It may not necessarily be sufficient to do what you want to do. But any contributor who walks into NHT now, they are qualified for a loan. The only question is the amount. Any contributor that is current, but under the Melissa relief, you can we relax the section to treat with you being current. And that's the reason why we were able to say, once you have contributed to the National Housing Trust, then you can benefit.
Okay, we understand that though, but I think it's a different point. Mr. Warmington is making. And but before you follow up though, I'm trying to understand myself, because I think Mr. Warmington caught a news release that I didn't. What is the provision that the NHT has under this military recovery for churches?
What we have, Mr. Chairman, is the facility that allows the church to apply for a loan. We look at their cash flow requirements that they would have submitted along with other people to see how they can service this loan.
And this is a loan to repair the church.
This is a loan to repair, to assist in terms of the replacement of the roofs
of the church, as opposed to a residence.
Right.
Okay.
But if I may,
I just wanted to get clear in my own understanding.
Yes.
But go ahead. You wanted to make something.
But if I may, and sometimes when we talk about getting back the life of Jamaicans to a point where they are reasonably comfortable. For most of us, Mr. Chairman, and I know that you are aware of life in rural Jamaica, the church is a very, very important part of what? Remember and I were talking about
Mr. I know of the importance of the church and the part the church plays. No, they can't pray for me. They're not qualified enough. I go to my church and part of my church. I do not pray at my church or my home. I don't know. Some of those who pray for you, then don't cross and you don't pray for you properly. I'm saying I know of the importance So too are the Citizen Association, Kiwanis Club, Lions Club, and all of those. Okay? What I'm saying, you said the church can walk in it alone because of institutional what have you. Can the Kiwanis Club? Can the Lions Club? Can the Citizen Association? Because special provision and standards were made for the church. So can we include these to repay the community center? The Lions Club, the Friendly Society, or the Water to one.
Mr. Chairman.
So I'm asking Mr.
And if I may, Mr. Chairman.
Yeah, no, you finish, Mr. Warmington?
No, I'm asking, you see, I'm not satisfied. I want to know about the other institutions out there.
So
it is only church. I know the importance of the church. Because I give to church, you see, I give to the church. I take care of my church. I pay the entire roof. I put in all the windows, doors, and so on. No, I have my church away from a boy. So I'm saying I know the importance. Okay? But when a church have over 70 million in its account, what you can provide for them? Most of these churches run as, I'm not talking about the established churches, Baptist, Presbyterian, Anglican, but you have some who come up wayside and have somebody say they have this big, elaborate building there and every day you have to carry this and 5 collection a day or offering per day you have to give in the church. And when passing birthday, 5th Sunday you have to give extra one. And past birthday you have to give extra. Those elko come up church and that's what they establish churches. So I know the issue. So what I'm saying, members of the church have been giving all the while. And the churches that have more than $2 billion in their account, it's time for them to give back, to assist the poor persons who have been giving them over the years, to rebuild. I don't think that's happening. Plus, we have a lot of individuals who have little businesses and shops and so on that damage and blow down. But this is the time when the church has to step up and assist these individuals to restart their small businesses. Okay? To start their business and so on, but not to depend in the government pool to prepare the church. They have enough money to do it. And Mr. Clark, I don't understand. Why you take me on, you know? I know about the church more than you do. So don't take me on this. You can't convince me. I know what I'm talking.
Mr. Chairman, on a point of order, sir.
Yeah.
I hear the member, but I think we are moving away from the real matter of PAAC.
What? You just went like that? I'm surprised.
So I want you to rule on the matter, sir.
All right. I think we've exhausted that issue, and I'm very clear now on Mr. Warmington's position, and I'm going to counsel Mr. Miller not to respond any further. All right, Ms. Burchell.
Pierce, I just want one final message that we can take back to constituents. Where you are now, you're moving from relief to early recovery. I think that's what Commander Gale said. So we should not expect the usual JDF teams coming in with food packages and other relief supplies, and instead be focused on receiving vouchers. What format will those take?
You're not leaving, Mr. Warmington.
What format will those take? When can they start to expect these vouchers? And secondly, should they also be expecting housing support grants? What format will those take and when should they expect it? I just want us to be clear what we are to communicate to our constituents at this time.
All right. Please go ahead. We're going to be wrapping up now. I was aiming to finish by 1. So I think this will be the final question. Wait.
I'm always overlooked, Mr. Chairman.
All right. You will have the final.
Okay, member, in terms of the information to your constituents, yes, we're moving from relief to recovery. And already the GADF team has scaled down, if not totally completed their assignments. And we will have food that we'll provide where the needs have been identified, but not the mass approach or the all that is there for everybody approach. No. So it's good now that we have done all of that. When we're doing the assessments and we have identified persons who are still in need, we prioritize the most vulnerable, the persons with disabilities, the senior, the elderly, especially those living alone and the like. In terms of the payment, we are hoping to do that to start in January. And I said tomorrow we'll provide additional information. So your constituents will also be advised.
Because the JH Diner,
as part of the recovery program.
The JH Diner did both the housing impact as well as the needs assessment.
Yes, sir.
Simultaneously. All right. All right.
Yes,
Mr.
sir.
Morris, you always have the last.
A quick question for Mr. Miller. When is the deadline for the submission of applications for this very same grant? And if it is that it's very close around the corner, I would like to know if there's any plan to extend the deadline so as to facilitate more persons out there who could benefit from this grant.
So, Chairman, we are hoping to, our first deadline that was set was really the end of January. But we understand, again, because of some of the challenges that I would have mentioned earlier, that there are cases that we expect to receive after. So we will treat with them on a case-by-case basis.
I would suggest at least the end of March. Because a lot of communities just getting back contact, recently getting back electricity and etc. So I think it would be unfair to those communities who are the very last to get back into communication to cut it off at the end of January. Just a suggestion for your consideration. All right. Thank you very much to the two ministries. You've been very patient and very helpful in responding. I would release you. We have one or two administrative and housekeeping matters to deal with for the committee in executive session. So thank you very much, Mrs. Jennings and team, and Mrs. CTD and team, Mrs. Murray and team. Thank you very much. We appreciate it. All the best. You're welcome to leave while we deal with the remaining administrative matters. So members, if we return to the agenda, the first, I know Mr. Warmington had a particular interest in.
I came in late and I gave indication from yesterday I'm going to be a little late this morning.
Right.
The issue with the JPS, what excuses we got today for them not being here?
I had shared with the committee that the CEO had called me personally on Monday to say that he had planned to return to Kingston. Apparently he's based in Westmoreland now. But he had planned to come back into Kingston on Monday to, among other things, address this committee. He said there was a fatal accident involving a convoy of overseas linemen that had four fatalities, and that it was essentially they were traumatized, and it had the potential to affect the ongoing restoration, and he felt it was important for him to be there to deal with the matters on the ground and ensure that restoration continued. Now, I give it to you as I received it.
Is there a doctor, a nurse? Does he drive a hearse? Look, this is the third time we've got excuses from JPS for not being here. I think it's a matter of level of disrespect. It's a height of disrespect and disregard for Parliament. If you have that disrespect and disregard for this committee, in minutes for Parliament. And I'm moving that we issue summons or subpoena, whatever it is here, for them to appear before this committee. We cannot take this type of disrespect from